I'm ArmoredChocobo, and I play video games for the internet. Yes, Chocobo, not Goose. I won my court case, and I threw that thing into the river, so now it's like Jumanji. But it did give me a taste for human punishment. So I'm gonna give you human punishment. It's Link, the Faces of Evil! Do you remember this game? You should. YouTube poops. And that's about all of it for his fame. There is a remastered version out there on the internet. Some crazy dudes remade this game for the modern age. Because it's timeless, it'll never die. Look at that. Philips CDI doesn't do wide mode. Of course we need subtitles on. Autosave might be bad for the Let's Play though. I'm gonna turn that off. And remastered mode is on. If all you know about this game is YouTube poops, it was made in '93 by Philips and not Nintendo. There's a funny story about that. Nintendo owed Philips because they were going to make a CD-ROM drive for the SNES, which I think was supposed to become the Super PlayStation, which then in and of itself became the Sony PlayStation. But to make up for it, Nintendo decided, here's 5 Zelda characters. Do what you want with them. So Philips goes ahead and hires a group called Animation Magic, and they make 2 games, Link the Faces of Evil and Link the Wand of Gamelon. And the rest is history. And the guides I found on this game, anyway, was a lot more conservative and grindy because you had limited lives. Remaster mode gets rid of the limited lives. Surprisingly, this game is tolerable now. And you'll see why. But first we need the legendary intro cutscene. I already finished this game because I hate myself. Hero mode doesn't allow healing, I believe, and you do take double damage. It's like all the other Zeldas that had a hero mode. We're just gonna start a new game.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
I regret it already.
Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Koridai.
How can we help?
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon.
Great, I'll grab my stuff.
He said the
There
line.
is no time. Your sword is enough.
How about a kiss, for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Squadala, we are off.
Wow, what are all those heads?
These are the faces of evil. You must conquer each.
I guess I'd better get going.
Here is the map. Where do you wish to go?
Link, get out of the frame. Out of the frame, I'm looking. Yep, it's this game. You remember it now, don't you? You remember the pain. And I'm going to bring the pain to you in glorious 1080p. Clearly, the people that made this only saw the cartoon, because Link's talking, and it's terrible. And he flirts with Zelda, and Zelda has none of it. This is Koridai. Ganon has done some remodeling with the place. Now there's a whole bunch of faces on it, and it's terrible. We're gonna go to Nortica first. Here's one thing, if you actually played the CDI version, you're noticing something's off already. This game is actually playable, and runs at 60 frames a second. It's nice and smooth now. You can do things. Now, people that haven't played the CDI are wondering, hey, what do you mean you can do things? Isn't it a video game? A Zelda video game? You do the sword stabby and the duck walk. And you kill the things. No, in CDI it was more like this. Maybe worse than this. I might be generous. And you do that for the entire game, while enemies are throwing things at you and trying to kill you. Also, there are some quality of life improvements that gone on here. Like, you used to have to stab items with your sword. Now you can just pick them up. There's the whole unlimited lives thing, which is a godsend, because when you run out of lives, because you could die very easily, you have to do the whole game over again. And there's very specific things you need to do to survive the game. I'm not quite sure if these guys are even moblins. They look like Cyclops to me. No, Cyclops in Zelda. I don't remember any. Except for maybe Link to the Past. This is 93. When did Link to the Past come out? Wasn't it 93 as well? That was like a SNES launch title, wasn't it? So it had to have been like 92, 93. Certainly ain't no Earthbound. This game's older than Earthbound. We have no business being here. But I'm here because you need more of those glorious cutscenes. That's not how you talk to people. You gotta stab them.
Help! Ganon froze the fountain. I'm stuck.
Yep, that's what I expected. There's actually a lore reason why Link stabs people to talk to them. They actually made up a reason. His sword is a smart sword. Several decades before smartphones were invented, the whole smart concept came to be. It's a smart sword, it doesn't kill good people, it only kills evil people. Let's go to Garonu. You might think those are Lizalfos, they're not Lizalfos. They're called Dayara. And now it's time for the moment everybody waits for if they see this game. Morshu. You should know Morshu. If not, I will mind you.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
Why does the animation keep on zooming in and out? What kind of direction is that? Anyway, Morshu is our shopkeeper. He shops and keeps. He keeps things going. He keeps YouTube poops going. They're in business because of him. He sells bombs, rope, and lamp oil, and that's about it. I want a little bit more lamp oil. And I'll steal one for the road.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
I kind of like this guy. He's like greedy, but he's not evil greedy. He's more like Tingle greedy. And since he's like Tingle, that's important to me. So we got some lamp oil, we got some rope, we got some bombs out of the rupees we got from Nordica. If you noticed, they're green and blue, sometimes red. That's another remastered thing. They used to be just one color. And hey, that's Goma. We're gonna have to hit it in the eye for massive damage, right? No, we just take an axe to the face. CDI Link is now dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. He can't hurt you. Unfortunately, he has unlimited lives, so he could still hurt us in many psychic ways, do psychic damage. But this is, I forget, a place. Place that kills you. That's what it's called, place that kills you. This building is locked. We need keys. Usually we get them out of shops, or maybe dungeons. Here they're just sitting out. I'm pretty sure you have to stab that key to open it. Instead of getting that house over there, we're going to get this house over here. I think this house is locked. I usually don't give this game enough time. Notice we also have snowballs. That's important. You have a Goron... that's not Goron. I'm thinking about Gorano. You have a Goma in your house.
Biggest crab I ever caught. It's a Goma. You're pretty good. Here. Thanks.
So the crazy old fisherman just happened to have a magic sword flying around in his house. Yep, Link's got his shooty sword. You would think if they just watched only the cartoons, he would already have his shooty sword. But he could shoot his sword as long as he has full HP. It's like the first upgrade you get in the game. It should have came with the sword already, considering he could do this with a wooden sword in the original game. And those crabs are durable. How we go down here? If you fall in the water, you die. Hey, this is open now. Yay, treasure!
Dyras came straight from the crater till I boarded the vent. Used a skull for a latch and not one Dyras figured it out.
You just randomly tell that to people that walk into your house while you're chopping fish. Also, you've got bones everywhere. This is a terrible house. That was a hint for the area here. There's a cave with a skull next to it. The Dyras can't figure it out, hit the skull, and get a key. And now we could go inside. And item buttons count as opening doors, too. And you could throw snowballs at them like shurikens. And you could destroy them. They're immune to everything else. You can't kill them with your sword. I got a twofer on that one. That's pretty good. Kinda want more, fire. I'm gonna go through this realm again later. Or maybe right now. Because when you die, all the enemies come back. Another annoying aspect of this game. Surprisingly playable. Very playable. That's like half of the problems is that it's very, very bad. It makes your brain hurt trying to play it. But we're done with this area. It opens to Spearfish Falls. But we can't do anything there yet. We need more items. 11 minutes. You know that saying, time flies when you're having fun? Time crawls when you're playing Link, the Faces of Evil. It just takes forever. I'm surprised how well this plays when, you know, technology is like 17 years more advanced. That guy always pops out of the door. You can do this with the fireballs.
Here, have some water of life. My, you're thirsty. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, they're smart fireballs too. They don't kill her. You just thaw her. She's a full heal whenever you do that. This is what we need the fireballs for. There's abominums up on this mountain, and the drips can kill you. You can only hurt abominums with fire attacks, so that's what we needed the fireballs for from the other cave. Wow, those drips usually don't cause me this many problems. Abominable snow monkeys will hurl their poop at you. I'm pretty sure it's their poop. You know what? This game is poop. It fostered YouTube poops, it might as well be poop. But we need to get up here. There's an important hint. A very important hint. Very, very lore heavy. We're gonna be here a while.
I am the reader, Ipo. If you bring me the book of Korodai, I will gladly read the secret verse.
So that's Ipo the reader. We need to bring him a book, because apparently everybody on this island is illiterate, including Link. He's not Ipo the scholar, he's Ipo the reader. That's important. That's a very important title. It's very good. 13 minutes. Oh boy. This game is not a long game, but it makes you wish it was shorter, somehow. Welcome to the Toiku Lighthouse. You get murdered by rocks in this game, a whole bunch. And your shield, even though it does have a passive block, which means you could block things as long as you're standing still, it doesn't kick in immediately. It takes a couple of frames. It's just like Zelda 1. Me getting murdered by the rocks falling off the mountain. That happens so many times. I should get Zelda Classic and play that one of these days, but everybody's played Classic Zelda. Don't worry, I have games, good games planned, but this is 2020. It's supposed to be disappointing. You need the key to get in here. Here's an example of passive block not exactly working as quickly as you want it to. Surely this lady is very normal looking, and not a monster at all.
You're not afraid of dragons, are you?
Of course not.
Then get my necklace back from Gliok, okay? Pretty please?
Nope, I was mistaken. She's the Great Fairy, and she's the Ocarina of Time one. She needs her necklace back from Gliok. But I think we gotta go elsewhere. Other places. Yeah, we need to go in here. We're outside the lighthouse. She's the only person that lives here. Gee, I wonder why. We're gonna keep our necklace and sell it to Morshu. That's what I think we should do. Also, it's really hard to tell what's the foreground and what you could walk on in this game. Like, obviously you could fall through that, but sometimes you just fall through the floor because, oops, it's suddenly background. This is also foreground. And murdered immediately. That Diara is a champion for the Ganon army. Just to let you know, the Ganon, he just got up to some stuff on this island. He just made those faces. You gotta die. I'm not even quite sure why you needed to die, but that Diara could tell the tale.
It's mighty dark with all the evil about. Keep this lantern full. It'll light your way.
Thanks.
And this guy's just passing out free lanterns. That's why we needed the lamp oil. Because we need a lantern to put the lamp oil in. Not like the other way around. Oh, 16 minutes. Oh boy. Time is crawling. We need to go to Firestone Lake. Also, watch the peck out of these Octoroks. They're just gonna hurl rocks at you wantonly and they do a half heart of damage, and that could really, really stack up in a hurry. As you can see right now. Just let them barrage you for a little bit. And try to get as hit as little as possible. The guide I was reading was recommending you bring bombs here, and you just bomb these Octoroks. Yes, these are the Octoroks. But I don't want to waste bombs. You can do it with your sword. Takes 2 hits. Of course, if you're playing the CDI version with all of its laggy frames, you're probably not going to accomplish that at all. Because of how it plays. Terribly. Oh hey, I remember you. You're not Sarasala. And now I'm dead. He's immune to snowballs.
Look what has happened.
In the darkest nightmare hour, when not moon nor sun has risen, I take Zelda in my power. I shall keep her in my prison.
So that's Ganon. Why are you looking at me like that for? That's Ganon. They didn't understand that Ganon was supposed to be a pig demon. No, you're just crazy wizard dude. Also, these things really hurt, and you need these grapple berries. I can't remember for what. You just need the grapple berries. And me, I'm just gonna like face tank through this. You could throw snowballs at these things and kill them. But I'm running low on snowball, and you need snowballs to open this door to get the fire diamond. And a way out too, because the Triforce map is like right behind it. I'm waiting for 20 minutes. I'm waiting for 20 minutes. It's 18 minutes now. This game has some kind of temporal effect. Or maybe I just hate it. I don't know. We got the fire diamond. We got the grapple berry. We could go, finally, to Spearfish Falls. We need to enter the cave. And not get killed by those things, like right there. Thank goodness for infinite lives. I'm pretty sure I would have respawned hey, look at these cutscenes. Mercifully, you could skip the cutscenes. Also, I'm playing this game with a controller. Can you imagine what it would have been like using the CDI remote thing that they had? Because they had that. Try playing this with a remote control, or maybe pretending. Use your TV remote control. Try to play along with this game using a remote. You'll learn very quickly why the CDI was a terrible idea, as much as you would realize why Nintendo never let anybody touch their licenses ever again. We're gonna need a bomb here. Luckily, I purchased some of those. Not many. No bomb damage, thank goodness. Welcome to Spearfish Falls proper. A big vertical section. They can't tell what is platform and what is waterfall. It's wishy-washy about that. Very wishy-washy about everything. Also, Link is made out of taffy and dies pretty much immediately to everything. We need to work on that. I am going to work on that once I get up this waterfall. Nope, that doesn't count as a door.
You're doing great, Link. You're our hero. Here's a life heart. We know you can beat Ganon.
Even the fairies look terrifying. But they give us a bonus heart and refill our hearts, so I'll let them live for now. I'm going to have to burn this place later. But we definitely need to find Gleeok. Yeah, I guess that's one of the characters that Philip was allowed to use, is like Gleeok and Goma. Not Aquamentus, thank goodness. Aquamentus has spared this torment. At least I think so. I haven't played Wand of Gamelon yet. I have it. It's right next to this game in the folders. I could play that and make you cry. You don't want to cry. But I tell you about the foreground and backgrounds, the platform, it can't make up its mind. I kind of want to hold on to the ropes. The ropes aren't very useful in this game. They're used in very situational areas. Most of the time you get around by jumping. Not like you would want to do that in the original version of the game. Here's Gleeok, stab him in the face. You could use bombs too, but you can get away with stabbing him. Also, this place is supposed to be lit, but I just went at him like blind. Of course, he's a dragon. Of course he would be guarding treasure. I might as well show off at least one rope. We're gonna get plenty of rupees in this game. There we go. Stop that, Gleeok head. It's supposed to be red and intangible. I shouldn't be able to kill you like that, but I do anyway, because this Link is Mjolnir. This game is Mjolnir. It won't obey the quality standards of mortals.
Stir the berries in the tub. Let the juices soak the glove. Let Link fight and never cower, for his glove's a glove of power.
Wow, thanks!
Hell, that's how you make the power glove in this game. That's what the grapple berries are for. I just remembered. As you can see, bosses aren't exactly hard in this game from Gleeok, but we also got a power glove to make the bosses even easier. That's a power attack. You could do, like, I would say double, but I would like to say triple damage with that glove. It costs rupees, though. How many rupees does it cost? 5 rupees a go. We have plenty of rupees to power glove people with. And we got some more areas opened up, like Saragon Caves. Oh, finally. 23 minutes. I could stop, but we could go back to the Toiku Lighthouse. We might as well give the necklace back to the Great Fairy. Maybe she'll give us like a spin attack or something. Yeah, spin attack in a game like this. Would they even have the budget to animate a spin attack? I have my doubts. Not surprising anybody, they went bankrupt. I don't know after this, but they did go bankrupt eventually.
How sweet. Mwah.
Ugh.
My husband gave me this. He's an abominum now. Here. It's not much, but it'll still carry water.
Hold up, he's an abominum now. Monkey dude guys, right? He turned into a monkey dude? What, did he retire? Did he quit his job and just decide to live as one? This NPC is very concerning and I'm leaving immediately. Where is the closest Triforce map? I need to leave. The Great Fairy is not very great. It's the very poor fairy. The absolutely frightening fairy. The Link the Faces of Evil fairy. Regrettably, I have to save this game. Save it right there. More of this. Eventually. Good night. I don't know if you can have a good night after this, but have one anyway.